When did the things we use get sad? Like, when did phones get so boring? A million options of the same fragile glass slab, and all of this mass-produced by the millions for a target audience of literally the entire Earth. Blah blah, don't care. Sorry, I almost became one of those depressing documentary channels. Anyways, I just want a silly phone. Yeah, that's enough reasoning.
Dude, we should sell it.
This is the Galaxy Z Flip. Hate on it all you want, but you know what? At least it's interesting. Just some of them are a little sad. But you know what a little sad means? That's right, dirt cheap on eBay. And it's the perfect form factor. And by perfect, I mean anything but a rectangle. Now I was just gonna make a new enclosure, slap my logo on it, and call it a day. But what am I? A reasonable person that likes to sleep? Nah.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm cutting it in half. Wait, what? No. I mean, look, everything's basically already in two pieces, so all I gotta do is just split the two halves.
It's not shutting down. It's not.
Here's the new plan. I just have to get rid of the hinge and the broken inside bits. Slap the bottom back on. Add MagSafe because, well, I actually like MagSafe. Attach it all with a cool linkage so this half just kinda slides out. Oh yeah, and add a keyboard. I think that should be pretty simple. With some help from this video's sponsor, PCBWay. More about them later. But stock, this thing is just a glorified clock and weather display. But I can fix it, I think. Alright, bear with me. We just need a little tomfoolery. Just a little. Since I can't actually see anything, I have to plug in a USB-C adapter. Don't ask. Plug in a mouse and a monitor. Look, it's the only monitor I have. Anyways, hopefully it's actually unlocked this time. You see, this may or may not be my second one. Okay, I'm actually pretty excited. Only real ones know what this is from. And there was no more hee-hee-hees.
When does a factory reset stop being a factory reset? The factory doesn't give you a Google account and a PIN.
Basically, someone did the wrong factory reset, and so I was locked out of the phone. Well, the seller took it back, so I bought
Another one.
Where was I? Oh, right. Putting apps on the small screen. Those would be helpful. I may have found a slightly bigger monitor, but now there's just a couple things I need to install so I can put everything on the small screen. My neck hurts. I don't make tutorials, but to load any app on the cover screen, you just have to install the Samsung app called Good Luck. In that, install Multistar. Then in Settings, then Labs, allow apps on cover screen. Then in cover screen, in Widgets, add add the launcher widget. And boom, Bob's your uncle. And now I can add my little apps. Why is it Bob and why is he all of our uncle? Okay, let's see. Let me just... Yes. Wow. And now I can agree to Google Terms of Services on the small screen. Okay. Okay. I wonder if this is how the filmmaker intended this to be watched. Look, I know one of you is watching my videos on a BlackBerry. And a Wii? Impressive. Now I can play Minecraft as Notch intended. You know, I don't know why Samsung doesn't just ship it like this. Dare I say what the Rabbit R1 should have been. I think it's about time we cracked this egg open. Sorry. Oh, yo, I'm a professional. Wow, that was very satisfying. Huh.
Time as we continue excavations for the battery. The front screen remains unclipped, just like the layout.
Oh. Jump scare. Wow, so pretty. Look at all that wasted space. Who needs a hinge? Alright, we need to go deeper. Okay, fine. I'll BI fix it for a second. Look, in my experience of taking apart approximately 1.5 phones, it's basically taking out a few screws, unclipping wires like little Legos, and just like a couple more screws. And just keep unplugging whatever's plugged in. And guess what? That has more compute power than my desktop. I wonder what my phone is doing with all that. And with those 27 simple steps, now your phone's, in pieces. That's what you wanted, right? Anywho, remember all that MagSafe, linkage, sliding in half stuff? Well, currently this will do none of that. But all that stands in my way are just wires. How hard can it be? I mean, look at them. They're so small and weak. I'll just make my own ribbon cables so I can move things around. Like, I want these cameras on the back, you know? Good thing everything is proprietary. I don't know where these hundreds of pins go, or even what this specific connector is. But don't worry, there's nothing a little pain and suffering can't solve.
I don't want to suffer anymore.
I have made the executive decision that that's too much effort. So I'm just gonna yoink the cable already in here. Well, that was easy. And we'll see how far I can go with this. Before I accidentally swallow something, I want to know how many parts I can get rid of before this thing cries or something. Now it just looks like the picture of the human nervous system on a table. I think this should be the bare minimum. I need... Turns out I can get rid of most of them. Get this hardware bloat out of here. I wonder why the camera's not working. And I'm definitely not putting the 5G antenna back, because 5G sucks. Anyways, it needs a new body. Yeah. Let's do this. Okay, good start. Why'd he stop? Keep going! And so my testing begins. Will it fit? Nuh-uh. Whenever I have to put a wacky IRL shape into something, it's usually a lot of trial and error. Yeah, that radius is too big. And then tweaking my design until everything actually fits. And last, I just need to check my 4-bar linkage. It's like the simplest linkage. There's no way I can mess it up.
Huh? Bruh.
If you're confused, it's supposed to be half that distance. Oh, and the keyboard or whatever.
How did I even do that? It's not even close.
It's gonna need a change if I want to fix this. Hey, everything actually almost kind of fits. The battery doesn't fit. Please, 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 please. I'm so close. Sorry, I got distracted. Oh, this is good. This is really good. It's too satisfying. Let's just say there was a couple of versions. But hey, it's actually pretty cool to see my progression here as, you know, I kept tweaking.
It's a Galaxy zFlip that's like hacked apart with a BlackBerry keyboard.
The keyboard like actually works?
Well, it will.
It will. Oh, yeah.
I'm waiting for.
Shoot, right, the keyboard.
Okay. Sick.
Now, if you haven't figured it out already, I'm using a keyboard from a BlackBerry Q10. I'm not old enough to know what that is. But why did I pick it? Because someone on the internet, 10 years ago, did all the hard work for me. How convenient. However, some of you may have noticed that it's currently plugged into thin air. And in fact, not a Hyros BM14B 0.8-24DS-0.4V53 connector. So I just need to design a PCB that somehow takes BlackBerry and plugs it into my phone. How hard can it be? Hold on. Let me give you some context, since this seems to be a recurring theme in my projects now. Basically, the plan is to connect the BlackBerry keyboard directly to the USB of the phone, just as a regular USB keyboard. Because Android already knows how to deal with that. But, if you couldn't tell, that's not a USB-C cable. So in between, you slap an Arduino Pro Micro with a very specific chip that lets it do serial beep boop magic and trick the host into thinking it's a USB keyboard. Now you also trick the keyboard into thinking it's plugged into a BlackBerry, and boom, USB keyboard. But I just gotta design my own board to connect it all together. Sorry, I got distracted again. If an electrical engineer ever tells you that their job is anything other than connect the dots, and connecting dots to extra connectors for when they inevitably connect the dots wrong, they're lying to you. And ta-da, your very own PCB. Are you confused? I'm not. It's always pretty satisfying. Now, Do you want to guess where we're taking all these files? That's right, this video's sponsor, PCBWay. Whether complex sheet metal fabrication, CNC machining, or specialty 3D printing, let PCBWay do it for you. Just upload your beautiful 3D model to PCBWay.com, select your material, and get your free estimate. Did someone want 10,000? Oh yeah, they make PCBs too, and they're pretty dang good at it. So if you want to bring your next project to life, consider PCBWay. Oh, and this September only, get your PCBs in purple at no extra cost. So stylish. Along with some discounts on TPU. Thank you, PCBWay.
Guess what came? This. See? Oh. Yes.
I'm not gonna lie, there's just something magical about having an actual factory machine tap, sand, and anodize your design out of metal. And it's beautiful.
Oh, it's gonna look so good. Guess what came? Enhance. Enhance.
You know the Ahiro's BM140.8-140S-0.40 connector? Well, this is the one. This tiny little connector plugs into my little BlackBerry cable. Hopefully, I haven't tried. And remember that PCB I just designed? Well, guess what? It's flexible.
Oh, it's like paper. Alright, so the plan is simple. Basically, this little USB-C plugs in and breaks out to just normal 5-volt power and data. That then goes through this little wire and then goes into the Arduino through some cursed engineering. Then this PCB just breaks out the Arduino to the little connector, which plugs in. Oh. Wait, yeah. Which plugs in to the keyboard. And then it's just a little USB keyboard. What can go wrong? I'm assuming everything will work fine. I think I'll start with the worst part though. Little connector.
Quick crash course. To put parts onto a PCB, you have two options: through-hole and surface mount. My micro connector is SMD. Now, to attach it, you just squeeze some yummy heavy metal goop onto the board and squish your part onto it. And then you just burn everything. I've always just kind of squeezed the goop on by hand. But, you know, it's a little hard to put solder paste on each individual 0.4 millimeter pin. So the solder paste just kind of gets everywhere, makes a mess, and then it starts to short random pins, and I want to die. Now, instead of dying, in this box I got what's called a stencil.
Oh, the.
I'm laughing because I accidentally got this enormous stencil, and the only thing on it is this tiny little connector. Anyways, the stencil lets me put on just the right amount of goop in the right place. Small issue. You know how the only thing on the stencil is a microscopic connector?
Alright, so now I just put the stencil on top and I can't see anything.
The issue is I have to line up the stencil with the little teeny copper pads under it.
Is that it? I should have given myself holes or something. Okay, new plan.
Genius plan. I'm going to shine a light through the stencil, and since my PCB is semi-transparent, I can line up the connector to cover the light with the copper.
It's all wrong. Okay, okay. It's upside down. Okay, okay, okay. Then I take this. Push it down. squeeze some solder paste through. Nice. There we go. Okay.
Look at that perfect solder paste application. I had no doubts.
You know, I kid you not when I say I was about to use calipers as tweezers. But then I realized that Mr. Rig very generously gave me tweezers. He's right behind me, isn't he?
Anyways.
No,
I'm holding my breath. Why are you breathing?
Okay.
Now I just put it on my itty bitty hot plate.
It's doing something. I think it's actually working. I'm gonna be so sad when these pins short. Yes!
I can't believe the right way to do it actually worked.
Alright, so now the keyboard should just clip in. Oh, sorry. Yes! Okay. Now I just gotta deal with the rest. I need to take off this pesky little micro USB port because in its place, this little flap here folds up and over and has all the little connectors to take the place of that micro USB port, because that's too thick. Come on, there we go. Nice. So now I just gotta solder that to there. Shouldn't be too bad. They're so close. They're so close to each other. Metal should be easy enough. I should have seen that coming.
As you can see, this was so easy. I mean, soldering 6 pins took no more than 30 seconds.
So
The sun isn't setting, just the exposure on your eyes. But now, totally not nerve-wracking, just fold the PCB.
hey.
And now I just solder all the Arduino pins from the back. It's almost like I planned this. And lastly, I just slap on this USB-C breakout.
I want to test this contraption with just a power brick in case it blows up my laptop when I plug it in. But something on the Arduino should light up when I plug it in, right? Plug this in. Why is this not giving any power? What? Is it shorting? After redoing basically all the soldering, because I'm stupid. Let's see. Through the power of pain and suffering, I now have 2 of them. And I now just realized I put the USB on backwards last time. Well, hopefully this Arduino's not fried. Okay, just... Trust me, I'm working on it. 1. Why is it giving me 1?
So you're not confused. The issue I'm having right now is this USB-C breakout that is supposed to be giving me 5 volts is giving me 3 when it's plugged in on its own, and
1.
now that my board isn't shorting itself to the ground plane. Anyways, 1 volt? The way USB-C works is depending on some resistor values and capacitance and whatever, the power supply decides if it's going to give 5, 10, 15, or 20 volts. You know what's not on the list? 3 volts. Anyways, with some research and some more probing, if you have a 56 kilo ohm resistor connected between some pins, it's acting as if it was just a cable and not actually a device requesting voltage. But I need 5 volts. I need it to be a device. So in essence, I need to swap out this 56 kilo ohm resistor and put in some 5.7 kilo ohm resistors across other pins. So it's like, hey, I'm a device and I want 5 volts. Give it to me. And it's just that connecting those pins with the resistor, I counted so many times. Hours. See that resistor? Oh, you don't? Well, yeah, that's what I'm soldering. You know, the funniest part out of all this, besides the fact that the Apple wall plug that I was testing with wouldn't give a voltage either way if it was right or not.
It was the Apple plug I was using. Okay, now it should just light up. I'm totally not at work right now.
The funniest part was that you see these 2 resistor slots next to the one that was soldered from the factory? I just had to put my 2 resistors there. It was already planned from the start. You know, I was pretty sure I probed those pins and that they were all wrong. But yeah, so those hours I spent researching and probing and micro soldering were for nothing. How do you not have more subscribers? This video is a 10 out of 10. You deserve more subscribers. You're great, man. This channel needs more subscribers. Genius. You did very great. Take this subscribe.
Just 1 more subscriber. Just 1. If this guy doesn't subscribe, I'm gonna pull out the ratio. Hit the button. If you like the video, please subscribe. I'm so close to 100K. I just want a plaque. I really want a plaque.
Thank you.
Well, I guess it's time to use my half of a comp sci degree. Let me show you what I'm dealing with here.
See, I just kind of plugged into my computer and let it dangle like that until I broke it. I ripped out the power connector. Average software engineers, am I right? Whatever. Nothing some wire can't fix. Good thing I gave myself some backup solder pads. See, when you're designing a prototype PCB, give yourself a backup plan. All of these are here just in case I need to connect something. Or I break something. Oh, also it's working.
Anyways, it works! It actually types!
It fully works. If you don't count the space bar and the whole column connected to it.
Oh no.
Turns out, after some more probing, inspecting visually, can you guess which pin is broken? That's right, pin 7. I don't know. I just touched it with a soldering iron. And now it fully works.
Alright, we're done with the prototype. Okay. I think that's all the pieces now. It's time. Is it too short? No. No. No, 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 no. Bruh. Finished it. I actually built it. And you know what? It might not be amazing, but it's mine. The keyboard actually works. Mostly. And yes, it can game.
You can play some cheeky Minecraft.
When did Pocket Edition start looking this good?
Sorry, I got distracted. Truly riveting gameplay. Then you pull up some Terraria, and you can die in Geometry Dash. Okay, I'm just going through whatever was in my Play Store library, I'm not gonna lie. But you know what? Everything works, and to be honest, it works pretty well.
And yes, I can scroll YouTube shorts.
One question I had. SAP's escape. Was that the redesigned?
I'm yet to put my SIM card in, but all my apps are there. Like, they all work. So, yeah. This might actually be kind of great.
You know, I'm kind of too young to remember when physical keyboards were actually a thing. But it's cool. But overall, the whole thing just looks so good. I think the color scheme is great, personally. And the mechanical thunk is just chef's kiss. And there's magnets in the top and bottom that lock it in place, so the tactile feedback is just impeccable. It do be the perfect fidget toy. And it sure is a great conversation starter. And I've showed it to a lot of people.
It's a Galaxy zFlip that's like hacked apart and ripped it into pieces with a BlackBerry keyboard.
Okay. Sick. What's the channel?
It's Marston Plaza.
Oh yeah. Like, so my thing is
Snap the
It's the flip vibe. Yeah. They just like harvested it all apart.
snap to flip and
No,
BlackBerry.
It's a keyboard from BlackBerry.
How does that work? How do you like? What's the interface? Oh, I
So it's just acting as
like
a regular.
in between.
Yeah. The Android already has implementation for it. It's
Nice, dude. You should sell it.
It is very satisfying. It is so satisfying.
And you know what? Everyone loves it. Everyone just wants something that's not a rectangle. Please, some company out there, please just build something different. Please. Your phone doesn't have to work for everyone, you know. Now, you there watching, thank you for sticking around. You know, I've been making these videos for a long time now. Please don't go back and watch those. And for most of that time, I didn't think this day would come. But thank you for subscribing and helping me start a crazy new chapter.
And remember, I just want to inspire you and push you to build that crazy idea you have. And it doesn't matter that you don't have experience. I don't know what I'm doing half the time. Just start somewhere, anywhere. It literally doesn't matter. All that really matters is that you keep going.
So, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!